Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Priestess of Cyrus. If this is your first time here, welcome, and be sure to subscribe if you feel led to. So I'm just gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna be giving a bit of a pep talk, I guess. We could call it that. I'm not entirely sure what to call it. But I'm gonna pull some cards also. We're gonna pull some oracle cards and some tarot. But I wanted to talk about trauma, guys. I wanted to talk about trauma. And I wanted to talk about healing trauma. I wanted to talk because I saw something earlier that um really triggered me, and it got me thinking about my own healing journey, and I wanted to really inspire you. I felt really led to inspire you. And in this world that we live in, there's a lot of trauma. It's very difficult to meet anybody that's going to tell you that they've had a smooth life, and a lot of time when we think trauma, some of us think of the extremes, think really intense things. But trauma is a scale, and it can be that one thing that traumatizes one person may not be the same thing that traumatizes the other person. So I just want you to know that I see you. I see you. Whoever is out there, whoever this message is for, whatever it is that you're going through that other people don't see, whatever it is that you're trying to heal, there's so much that we accumulate from being alive, from being human, this human experience. And a lot of it also comes from our childhood. For some of us, some childhood experiences that you've had has really impacted you. And sometimes you might feel like you can't heal from it. It might feel like this open wound that continuously like controls your life, whether it's from your childhood, whether it's when adolescence, whether you're an adult. It doesn't matter when this happened, or it might be even a series of things that have accumulated to make you feel this sense of wounding. And I want you to know that you can heal from it. You can. And you might feel like you can't sometimes you might feel like it's too much. But trust me, I believe in you, and I know that you can heal from it, whatever it is, wherever it stems from, however deep it goes, that you have the ability within yourself to heal it. And you're not your trauma, is what I want to say to you. You're not your trauma. You are beyond it. You existed before you came into this human life to have this human experience, and you will continue to exist after this human experience is done. So you are beyond space and time. You are multi-dimensional, multifaceted. You're more than you can imagine. So your experiences right now, everything that you've gone through right now, is but a tiny little section of the totality of you, the real you, not the you, but this name, this address, this date of birth, this, history. No, you are beyond your stories. You're beyond your belief systems. Beyond your likes and dislikes. You are more. You are more than who you are being right now. Whoever you are right now is who you are being on this planet, on this earth, is the role that you're playing, but it's not the totality of you. So I want you to know that whatever it is that you have gone through does not own you. It doesn't. It does not own you one tiny bit. You are in charge of it. You can heal from it. You have the ability, the capacity within yourself. And healing is not from without yourself. Because sometimes when we feel so broken, when we feel so wounded, we expect someone to come from the outside to bring us that healing. But I want you to know that you have the capacity, the infinite expansive you that is beyond space and time has the capacity to heal. And sometimes we can have this um thing where we want to hold on to the pain of an experience because it feels like it validates it, like it feels like no one can see it. Because usually when something happens, when something traumatic happens, if you were able to share it with someone, that is, once you share it with someone, they're gone, they go live on their lives. But you have to be with it every day. You have to live with it. You have to deal with it. You have to face it every day. You have to see it show up in your life in multiple different ways. And so it might feel like no one sees you, no one hears you, and no one understands you. I hear you, I see you, and I understand you. And I want you to know that you don't have to hold on to it because you feel like letting go of the pain is you doing what others are doing. Is you let's how do I put it? It's like you might feel like letting go of the pain, letting go of the whatever it is that it caused you, whatever it is that experience or the set of experiences has caused you, the pain, the trauma that's brought you, you might feel like letting it go is you betraying yourself. You might feel like it's you saying to yourself that it didn't matter, or and you might hold on to the pain, you might hold on to the trauma and whatever anxiety, depression, whatever it is that it brought you, because you feel like that is a way of making a statement. That's the way of um like expressing how deeply it hurt you, and letting it go will be you not really acknowledging how significant it was. I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. But um yeah, it's like almost like you might want to hold on to it because you feel like that's the only way that you acknowledge it. You acknowledge that it happened, you acknowledge that it changed your life, you acknowledge that it's impacted you in a big way, but you don't have to hold on to it to acknowledge that it has made a big, impact in your life. You don't have to hold on to the pain, you don't have to hold on to the depression, anxiety, you don't have to hold on to whatever it is that experience brought you. It's okay to heal from it. It's okay to let it go. It doesn't decrease its significance or its importance or its impact that it has had in your life by you letting go of what it brought to you, like what that experience brought to you. You can take that negative experience, you can take that experience that um has brought you so much pain, or a set of experiences that brought you so much pain, and you can transform your pain. You can bring light into it and transform your pain and transform it to be something beautiful, and use it to better yourself, and use it to expand and to grow and to mature. And it might feel like it's not possible. You might say, oh, you don't know what they did, or you don't know what happened, you don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know your specific circumstances, but what I do know, which is a truth for me, and I feel like this is a universal truth, is that you can heal from it. You can. And healing is not a straight path. It's not a straight line going through, it is messy, it is long, it is tedious, it requires effort, but at the end of it, you will be so glad that you did it. And the levels to healing. Sometimes you might feel like you're healed from something, and then someone or something comes in and triggers, and you realize, oh wow, I still have more healing to do. So it's a messy journey, and give yourself lots of grace, lots of compassion. Sometimes you take 2 steps forward and then you take 5 steps back, and that's okay. That is okay too. But you can heal. You have the ability, the capacity, and broken people break others, hurt people hurt others. So if whatever it is that was transferred to you, because in that situation, whatever it is, that pain that it brought you is not yours. That you're carrying it. So I'm really feeling um strongly, like childhood issues for some of you, really strongly childhood. It's not yours. The pain that you carry, it's not yours. It's your parents, it's your caregivers, it's whoever it is that inflicted that emotional, physical, psychological pain of any kind. It's not yours to carry on. Don't carry what's not yours. Let it go. Give it away. Give it to the universe to transmute it. It's not yours to carry. It was transferred to you. And if you don't release it, if you keep on holding on to it, then you pass it on. You um affect other people around you with that pain, where you can get into relationships, you can get into like into partnerships with people, and that can come out, that the trauma, and trying to suppress it or trying to push it under in the hopes that it will disappear. It's not really, because it will come out one way or the other. It's kind of like a wound. If you have a glaring wound and you just cover it up in the hopes that somehow it will heal itself and move along, it'll just fester, and it'll get infected, and then it'll get necrotic, and there'll be pus oozing out of it. But if you might not want to look at it, but looking at it will be the best decision that you've made for yourself regarding this. Will be the best decision to really look at where it is that you're wounded. Where are you bleeding out? Where is it that you feel that pain? And really looking at it with love and compassion, not from a place of judgment, not from a place of guilt or shame or anger, but allowing yourself to just view it for what it is, in all of it, whatever it is that you see. And there are lots of meditations that you can do. There are lots of you can do journaling, but you can also, really important, if you feel like you need to see a medical professional, a mental health therapist, or anybody about it, do that. See somebody for counseling. Because sometimes there's this stigma that we have in our society that, oh, counseling, some people see it as, oh, only broken people, mentally broken people go for, but that's not true, because it's a gift to yourself. It's a gift that you're giving to yourself. If you feel like that's what you need, get counseling to really help you, because sometimes the depth of the wounding that we carry, it's so deep that we need an objective person that is skilled in what it is that you're doing to help us really see things from different perspectives. Because sometimes we're too intertwined in it. It's our life. When it's your life, you have all these stories, all these belief systems that kind of forms this whole big tangle, and it can be really hard for you to step outside of yourself to see it from a different perspective. But I want you to know that you are not your pain, you are not your trauma, you are not your experiences, you are beyond all of that. You are the observer of all of these. And no matter what it doesn't matter um how long you've been holding on to it for, you can heal from it. You can. And it would be the best decision that you ever make, to take that journey. And certain things and certain people, it's all different. It might take you a couple of months, or it might take you a couple of years, or it might take you decades. Everybody's different, and everybody's experience is going to be different. But you have to take that, for yourself, for love of yourself, practicing self-love. Practicing self-love goes beyond just, buying yourself a pair of shoes and, like the things that we can do externally. But self-love really is from the inside. It's really looking inside yourself and seeing yourself and loving all of it. So, one of the things that, like everyone else that embarks on a spiritual journey, there's a lot of healing that you have to go through. And I used to be disappointed in myself whenever certain things that I thought that I'd healed from will trigger me again, because I'm like, oh, I've done the meditations, I've done the releasing, letting go, I've done the cleansing, I've done all these things, like the mindfulness practice. And if whenever I felt triggered by certain things that I thought I'd let go, I always got felt disappointed in myself. But actually, that's a good thing. And it took me a while to really come to see that it's a good thing, and that healing is messy and it's long, and it's like this weird, if you were to trace the path of healing, it's this jagged line going in all directions, going up, going down, going sideways. And it takes time. And give yourself time, and give yourself grace. And thank the people and the situations that come to trigger that pain within you, because they help you see where it is that you're bleeding out. They help you see where it is that there's a wound that's festering beneath, so you can pay attention to it, so you can heal it. They're reflections. They're there to be a reflection of what's going on in your inner world, to be a mirror to you, to help you see what's really happening underneath you, underneath, within, that you don't see on the surface. And you might not understand why you have certain habits, but sometimes they can seem, certain habits that you have that you would like to release, that you seem to be stuck in, and certain experiences that you had that caused trauma or caused you wounding might feel so far apart. It might be like, oh, there's no way that, I don't know, let's make up a random habit. um you can say, there's no way I'm addicted to, say, biting my nails, let's say, for instance, because of what my auntie used to say every time she'd come visit me, and she'd say these exact words that really, like, wounded me as a child. Or, and you might feel like you that it has no correlation, but then you find that as you heal that, as you heal that, the broken parts of you, the fragmented aspects of you, these things naturally fall away. Those habits that you really would like to transcend above, to move above, that you feel stuck in, as you heal, as you focus on healing yourself, and it's okay to ask for help, Reiki healing, spiritual help, meditation, somebody that counseling, whatever it is that you need. There's so many different aspects here. Listen to your intuition, listen to what it is that really, calls you, and also really focusing on being, you have to make a conscious effort to heal, because a lot of times we expect that, w- when you go through something, or if something that bothers you, because sometimes you can't quite put your finger on what it is that's causing you pain, but then you feel pain. And that's because you haven't really looked at it. But if you really looked at it, and really not looked at it from a place of confrontation, but from a place of compassion and love, and really sat with yourself and thought to yourself, where is this coming from? And look at it objectively. And there are different, meditations and things that you can do to really, encounter that those aspects of yourself, the shadow aspects of yourself, the inner child, and to really start healing those and bringing them home, bringing the fragmented parts of you home. Because, you are your best self when you're whole. You will you you feel happier, you feel more content, you feel more alive, because sometimes when we go through some traumatic experience, or some set of traumatic experiences, parts of our soul, parts of ourselves leaves. It's almost like we lose a part of ourselves to that experience, to that person, to that, you know that situation. And you have to call them back, you have to call those soul pieces back, and you have to reintegrate them in love, and let them reintegrate. And the reintegration process, it takes a while. I'm going to put a meditation in the description there for calling back. That is really, this meditation is meant for calling back soul fragments that you've lost. And it takes you through, this meditation takes you through your whole childhood, all the way back to the beginning, to when you were in the womb, to call back pieces of your soul that you have left throughout, you have lost throughout your life. Because as you go throughout experience, some experiences are so traumatic that your soul leaves with, a big part of the pain, the anxiety, the grief, whatever it is that you may have. Some of you loss of a child, loss of a parent, loss of a partner, the grief. And sometimes in order for you to survive it, in order for you, your soul, a part of your soul breaks away with a majority of it, so you can survive it until such a time as it feels like you're ready to deal with it. And sometimes the spontaneity comes back, but sometimes you have to go back and you know call back those elements of yourself that you have lost, you know. And it's never, if you look at, sometimes you might feel like, especially for the guys, if you're a guy, it doesn't matter whether you're a guy, female, it doesn't matter. But we live in a culture where sometimes you're told, oh, don't cry, like don't show emotion, like don't, what are you complaining about, just put on a brave face. And just, especially for our masculines, in this world now. So you might feel like, oh, just get on with it, just get over it. You might shove it down, and you might, cover it up, but allow yourself to um to be mindful of it, to allow yourself to feel it, to be aware of it, to, doesn't matter what society says, doesn't matter what the world says that you should be or shouldn't be. You are more than societal rules and norms. You're beyond that, and you need to sit with it and really feel it. Feel it and allow it. If it's anger, allow yourself to feel angry about what happened. If it's, frustration, allow yourself and sit with that emotion and really look at it from a place of love, not from a place of judging yourself or judging the situation. And everybody that's come into your life and brought you a difficult experience has been a teacher. They have been a teacher for you. You might not like them, you might not. And in the soul, in the spiritual realm, this could be your best friend, the best person, this soulmate that you've spent so many lifetimes with, and they agreed to bring you this lesson. Oftentimes the people that bring us the greatest lessons you know, we have a deep soul connection to them. Um, and that's why they, you know, we agreed to have these huge, huge lessons to them. And it's not okay what happened to you. It's not okay what you've been through. It's not, doesn't, that does not make it okay. But you can take that situation and you can transform it like the phoenix rise, and you can rise from the ashes. You can be born anew, and it's a process, and it's messy, and it can be long, and it can be zigzaggy like I've said before. But in the end, you always come out on top. You know, you will heal. You will heal, and you'll be better for it. You'll be happier, you'll be calmer, you'll be more alive, you'll be more energetic, more enthusiastic, you'll be more aware. Your consciousness will expand. And one of the things that I feel is really beneficial is mindfulness, practicing mindfulness, sitting down in meditation, and really just, you know, when you feel triggered, just sitting with it. And sometimes you might not have the opportunity there and then when you feel triggered, to sit, because you might be at work or you might be in public. But taking, you know, later on when you get home, sit in a quiet space, in a calm space, get comfortable, call for, you know, assistance from your spirit guides, your angels, and, you know, just sit with it, close your eyes, and if you need music, whatever it is, put on something, put on scented candles, get some crystals, whatever it is that you use for your healing practice, and relive that experience, but from the observer's point of view. Allow yourself to go back to the events that happened that made you feel triggered. What did they say? What did that? And and it might be that, you know, you went to the store to go get something, and somebody, you know, the cashier said these exact words, and somehow it really got you upset. And perhaps it's not the words that the cashier said, but it's what they it's like the underlying what they triggered that's already there that needs healing, you know? So it's kind of like looking at what it is that occurred and really seeing it from a different perspective, from the observer's perspective, allowing all the emotions that you felt then to come forward, and really looking at it and asking yourself why, you know, why, and allow the answers that come to come. You can journal it if you want to, or you can just sit with it and allow yourself to, and look at everything that comes forward with compassion, and release, you know, the need to control, the need to feel, you know, healed right this second, and just, you know, release it, release the pain, release the anger, release it, and, you know, commit to a regular healing practice if you feel like this is something, you know. And sometimes it takes a few times of sitting down in meditation over the same issue for you to really understand it. And sometimes when you think you finally understand it and you finally healed it, something else comes, triggers you, and then you see it from a different perspective. It's almost like sometimes the stuff, the issues, the situations, the events that cause us wounding, it's like a, what's the word, it's like a dice of different, you know, it has different faces, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes you might look at it head on this way, and that's all you see. Because if I put a box right now in your line of vision, and you're looking at that box, that square of a box, right dead on line of vision, it will look like there's just, you know, it won't look like a cube. It will look like just a square. And you might feel like you've healed everything in that square, only for someone to come and knock it over on the other side and turn it upside, and you realize, oh, that's another side that I haven't looked at, another side that I need healing on. So yeah, this reading is really to let you know that you can heal, and you know, you don't give your power away to the situation, to the person, to the event anymore. You have the power. Call your power back. Call yourself back. Call the elements of you back that you've lost, because you can heal, and you can be even better for it. You can become even a better person, a better person from your experiences. And I'm gonna pull some cards here to get insight, you know, and advice and information, whatever it is that needs to come through here. We're going to use the Isis Oracle deck here, and then we're going to pull some tarot to see which areas you might need healing. Okay, so this came. We got these. The Lunar Queen. Okay, and we're going to shuffle again. I'll get 3 cards. Let's see. Actually, we'll get another. We use a different. Um, yeah, but we have here power over seven scorpions, and this has to do with, this says power to conjure lower vibrational forces. This has to do with being able to heal. Being able to address things that are within your energy field, the negativity and negative energies and lower vibrational energies, that being able to address them, confront them, and heal from them, that you have the power. Like I've been saying, you have the power. You have the power. Okay, I feel like shuffling these again. I'm going to shuffle them one more time, and then I'm going to get two more cards. Okay, you have the power to heal. It's all within, even if it feels hard. But these starts a one step at a time. Yeah, that says Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about, guys. Healing. You have the ability to heal here. You have it within you, and you just have to believe that. And you have to believe that you can be free from the pain, that you can, and you have to want to be free from the pain. Like I was saying earlier, you might feel like the pain is the only thing that confirms to you that that was a difficult experience, and you might feel like letting go of the pain is betraying yourself. It's like not listening, but actually is, you're helping yourself by letting go of the pain. You're taking your power back from that person, from that situation, from that experience, and you're claiming back who, all of you. You're claiming it back, and you're coming back to life. You're coming back to life. Look at this, guys. I can't even make this up. It says soul retrieval. It's what I was talking about. It says deep soul healing with the goddess. Is what I was talking about with soul fragments that need to come back from situations and places that you have lost parts of your soul. And look at the bottom of the deck. It says enter the chamber of healing. Healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. So yeah, this is talking about, the Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. This is talking about going into the subconscious. This is what, the meaning of the card has. I'm looking, I read differently. Sometimes I read based on what the actual person has said about the card, the person that made it, and I also read intuitively. And this is talking about going into the subconscious and being the queen of your emotions. And doesn't matter whether you're male or female, or being in charge of your emotions, of your subconscious, that you have the power to figure out what's going on underneath there, and to heal from it, and to really and it's a full moon back there. That's like really, coming face to face with your true emotions, with what's really going on underneath, and owning all of that proudly, owning all of that with love and with compassion. And then it's from accepting what it is that's going on in there, can you now start to heal. Look at this. We got two healing cards. Yeah, your angels, spirit guides, they're speaking to you strongly here. It says Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber, Soul Retrieval, Deep Soul Healing with the Goddess. It says enter the Chamber of Healing. Yeah, there's lots of healing for you. You're ready. You're ready to heal from this. You're ready to heal from whatever happened in your childhood, whatever happened in that relationship. You're ready to heal and to own the queen and the king that you are, and to be in charge of your own energy field, and to be in charge of your own emotions, that you know people can't just push your buttons and trigger you anymore, that you can heal. Everybody that pushes your buttons and triggers you to feel certain emotion, thank them with love. Thank them with love when you sit in meditation, that they're showing you where you still have wounding and where you still need to heal. And commit to healing that. And your guides, your angels, they're assisting you in that. Commit to being mindful of your emotions, being mindful of what you're going through. And behind the enter the chamber of healing, behind that we got the miracle of Isis. This talks about a healing coming for you, that there is great healing that wants to come to you from the miraculous healing that wants to come from you, from the Lady Isis, from your team of angels and guides, and yeah, there's healing for you here. This, I'll call upon Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, incredible. Sit, and if you're not even sure what to do when you feel a certain emotion, when you feel, call upon Archangel Raphael. Just say, Archangel Raphael, that loves me unconditionally and seeks my highest and greatest good. please assist me with healing. And just sit, and you might feel something, you might not feel anything, but trust in your heart that healing is occurring, and healing on all levels: subconscious, physically, emotionally, psychologically, deep healing. There's soul retrieval. Some of you need to really focus on soul retrieval. I'll put that meditation there. I mean, all of us, because you lose fragments of yourself as you go out. Some, abusive relationship that you had, where you might be done with the relationship, but you still have parts of your soul still stuck with this person. I feel this very strongly for some of you. Still have parts of you that you need to claim back, that you need to take back in the spiritual realm here. Okay. I'm going to pull some tarot to give us some idea, an idea about where this wounding might be for some of you, so that we can, yeah, just to expand on it. One more shuffle. Yeah, you are capable of healing. You are guided. You are not alone. You are not alone, and you might feel incredibly alone. It might feel like no one understands you, no one hears you, but you have a team of angels and, spirit guides, celestial beings of love and light that are there assisting you. All you have to do is ask and sit in the silence and acknowledge that there is some pain that you feel, and that be ready to let it go and to heal from it. To heal from it. Forgiving someone is not for them. You forgive them for yourself, because all that pain, anger, frustration that you hold about the situation, about the experience, only poisons you. It only affects your energy, your moods, the quality of your life and your earthly experience. So forgiving them for what they did, or forgiving the situation, forgiving yourself, is for you. It's an act of self-love. It's not for them. It's not for them. Okay, let's get where do we need to going into the moon energy here to find out what circumstances have happened, where healing is needed. Um, some of you might be like the Tower. Yeah, this is unexpected changes. For some of you, sudden changes, things, unexpected things happening in your relationships with people. It could be a marriage that you were in where you found out they were cheating, or just situations. Yeah, you weren't expecting this. Whatever, for some of you, whatever this trauma is, whatever this situation is that's causing you pain and wounded, you weren't expecting it. It just came out of nowhere. But the Tower is number 16, which narrows down to a 7. So 7 has to do with lessons too. Lessons, life lessons, earthly lessons. And whatever it is that came in suddenly, the Tower is divinely guided. It's always divinely guided. It was divinely guided to help you transform, to help you see aspects of yourself, to realize the strength that you have. The strength that you have. You might have lost your job suddenly, lost a family member suddenly. It was very unexpected for you, and I'm sorry that that happened to you. But it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's time to heal from it here. You have the power and you have the guidance. The Empress. Some of you, this could be a parental figure. Could be your mother. You might have issues with your mother. Strong issues with your mother here. Yes, you might have had a mother that was, or a parental figure. Yeah, that was very stern, very, um, even though the Empress, because we're asking for places that need healing here, and this is, yeah, I feel it strongly for a lot of you. You might have had with the Queen of Swords here. You might have had a parental figure that was very stern, very um, disciplined you. Their version of discipline was cruel to you as a child. And you as a child, you just, and even as an adult, you see it and you think, man, that was much. That was a bit much. And they sharp words. Some of you, it's verb. This parental figure, mother, auntie, grandmother, whoever it was, their words cut you like a blade. They were sharp with their words. They were blunt, and they said some really nasty things, some heavy things to you as a child that really shaped your perception of who you are. really shaped your perception of who you are. But whatever it is that they said, it's not yours. It's not yours to carry around. But until you look at it head on and you choose to heal from it, you will continue to carry it around. But it's not yours. That's their wounding, their trauma that they transferred to you. And that's the thing. It's like an infection. If you don't heal it, you just keep spreading it. It's kind of like, when you're driving, or you go into like a shop, or someone just is just nasty to you for no reason. You're just like, wait, that attitude was uncalled for. That's them spreading their trauma, spreading their wounding. And until you heal it, it's not yours. It's not yours. Let it go. That, you're not your parents. You're not your guardians. Some of you foster care, I'm hearing, oh yeah, you may have moved from home to foster home, and you just, this yeah, this feeling of wanting to be nurtured, wanting to be loved, feeling wanting to be, for someone to just own you, or not own you as in like a property, but somebody to say, this is my child, this is my, family member. And you just felt alone. You felt really alone going from one foster home to the other. Some of you, a lot of trauma from the experience of moving from one foster home to the other. Okay. The Hierophant, belief systems, belief systems that you hold on to. And yeah, authority figures. What kind of influence, what kind of wounding? And for some of you, you might still be in relationship or in contact with, the places, the people, the authority figures that, that brought you this wounding that you need to heal. So you might feel like you have to stay loyal. So let's say you still have a parents in your life that really gave you a shitty childhood, or they did the best they could, but at the same time they really left you with a lot of trauma and a lot of stuff that you need to heal. But you still have a relationship with them, and you feel like bringing up all the things that was, all the things that were done uh, during your childhood will mean that you are, I mean, you're severing the relationship that you currently have, because you feel all that anger, all that all over again. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to take the space if you need to, and say, hey, I need some space right now, because I'm healed. I'm dealing. You don't have to go into detail. You can just say you need a bit of space, and take that space and confront it. Be honest with yourself, be honest with the situation, and that's the only way that you can heal, you can move forward from it. And what belief systems are you carrying around about yourself, about your abundance, about your ability to manifest and flourish and grow? I'm here, some of you may have been told you never amounts to anything. That is a lie. That is an absolute lie, and they were just passing on their trauma. But you don't have to carry it around. It's not yours. Let that load go. That baggage is not yours. It's not yours at all. It isn't. It isn't yours. And the Empress also has to do with healing, that you have the ability to heal. That you have the ability to heal there. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles. Yep. A brand new start waiting for you. A brand new start. Brand new beginning. Solid. Healed. Where you're healed. You're thriving. A new path. That this things that used to trigger you don't trigger you anymore. And Five of Pentacles just kind of separated here. This, you might feel alone, abandoned. You might feel left out in the cold, like you're all alone in all of this. You are not alone. You are not alone. I see you, and I feel you, and I understand. And you have your spirit guides, angels, with you. You're not alone. You're never, ever, ever alone. You're never alone. Look at that. Yep. Five of Cups came up. So that's like, pain, sadness, depression, whatever it is that you're feeling, you can overcome it. You can overcome it. And you might be stuck repeating the same patterns again in your life because you haven't healed it. You might wonder, oh, why does this keep happening to me? This like, victimhood mentality. Like, why does this keep happening to me? Why is the same thing? And this is because you haven't healed it, because there's still some healing that needs to. There's lesson, a lesson in all of it for you, and a lesson that's meant to better you, to make you a better person, and a lesson that's meant to help you expand your light, to remember who you truly are at a soul level. to help you see your strength and your tenacity. And in order for you to do that, you have to let go of these things, let go of the stories, the belief systems, the experiences that hurt you, the relationship, the person. It poisons you. It blocks your chakras and stagnates your energy and prevents any light, from coming in. It's almost like if you took a bowl of water and you just sat it there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, five, a month, a year. But it will be stale. It will get stale. They'll have all types of you have all types of things growing in that water, and and that's you. You're meant to movement. You to release it so that your chakras can be healed again, so they can move like they're meant to. They can flow. You can be alive. You can feel alive and be alive within yourself. And I have the Four of Pentacles here as well, having moved my hand, because they're, yeah, what are you holding on to? What are you holding on to? Those stories, those belief systems, those struggles. 501s at the bottom here, the struggles. That you are not your struggles, you are not your experiences, you are not your stories, you are beyond, you're not your emotions even, you're beyond all of that. You are beyond, you're bigger than that. You were before you came into this life, and you will continue to exist after whoever you've been in this life has ceased to be in this life. You will continue to exist. So you're grander, bigger than you can even imagine, multi-dimensional. And this for you, this is just you are, as one lady put it, you're God having a dream. This for you is a dream. It's a dream. Same way when you are in a dream, it feels so real until you wake up and then you realize, oh, that was just a dream. It's the same way that you're dreaming now, and when you wake up, you realize it's just a dream. But you do have the ability to lucid dream. You have the ability to realize. Lucid dream is when you're in a dream and you realize that it's a dream whilst you're in the dream. So therefore you take control in the dream and start making things go the way that you want it to go. And this is you have the ability to realize that this is a dream, and that nobody and no situation has power over you, and that you can take your power back, and you can heal, and you can move forward and live your best life. Setting healthy boundaries, for people that continue to be, yep, as I'm talking about setting healthy boundaries here, we got the Two of Swords. That this is setting boundaries, for certain people, not allowing certain people into your life that come and repeat this cycle of trauma. And I think one of the things I've noticed about healing is that as you do the healing work, the universe will present you with the opportunity to really advance in your healing, to really move forward. And that usually comes in the form of like a crossroads. Let's say you always allowed a certain type of person, a certain type of friend into your life, a certain type of negative Nancy type friend that's always talking about how everything is bad and everything is awful, and at a certain point, you something will click, and you just have to make that choice where you think, huh, do I just keep this negative Nancy around, this person around, just because, just an example. It's kind of, do I just keep this person around just because at least it's company, and, I don't want to hurt their feelings? Or do I put that firm boundary and say, no, I choose to focus on the positives. I choose to focus on, I acknowledge the negatives, but I choose to focus on the positives. I focus on what it is I'm trying to create more of in my life, because what you focus on, it's where your energy goes, and it's more of what you create. So then you have to put a boundary there and say, hey, you put a boundary and move that person out of your life. And as you heal, certain things, certain people, certain habits, certain way of doing things will fall away from your life, because those things no longer serve you. They were only there to be as, temporary band-aids for to cover your wounds whilst you were getting up to the to getting up your strength to be able to start the healing journey, or to continue your healing journey. And it's okay to take breaks. You won't always feel like sitting down and meditating, and it's okay. And in those moments, just ask to be held. Ask your angels, your spirit guides, ask Lady Isis, that loves you unconditionally, to just hold you and to just heal you, you know, to just heal you. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna get one from this deck here, and then we'll get some advice, and then I know it's a long um reading, but yeah. Okay, let's get three out of these. Yogini, that's it. That's it. Let's get one last one, please. Beautiful. Yeah, you're not your trauma, you're beyond it. And for these ones, I like to read from the book because they're quite powerful. So I'm just going to read just a quick blurb from it, and then yeah, I will. Alright, let me get the first one. The first one, this is it here. It's a bit, different language, so I'll try my best. Is Yeshi Shogal, and the number is number 33, and there's 333. This is coming into balance. This is birthing new creations and birthing a new you, a new version of yourself. Yep, and it says in the book, you shall overcome all obstacles. Success is imminent, so stay connected to your path no matter what, and continue to apply yourself. Allow your spiritual path to support you in all areas of your life. Live by your spiritual beliefs. Seek out the support of your spiritual brothers and sisters for help when needed, but also trust that you are intimately and directly connected to the powerful divine light within. There can be a dramatic healing breakthrough when you rely upon your spiritual connection. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. There is a miracle of Isis. There is a big, healing opportunity for you. You can heal from this. This is, yeah, you are capable. There is healing here from you. Healing. You're being nurtured and loved in the spirit realm, and your soul wants to express itself more of itself in this life, in this more of your inner light wants to shine, but it can't shine as brightly as it wants to if there's all these blocks, all this like gunk, so to speak, of of pain and trauma that we all need to embark on this journey. And it's a continuous process. Sometimes it's lifelong. Sometimes, like I said, there's many facets to it. You might think you've healed it and someone triggers a different aspect of it. And this one is Yogini, 285 hertz, and number 14 that minimizes to a 5, which is change. And it says, yep, changes in your life, including closing doors or missed opportunities, are not going to derail your fulfillment. Realignments are happening based on divine wisdom and timing. You're being diverted from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. Trust in how your life path is unfolding. Stay true to your authentic healing journey because it is working. Whether you realize that or not, significant inner healing is taking place. Look at this. All the cards here have to do with healing, guys. All the cards here are talking about healing because you have the ability. You have it within you to heal. And this is your spirit guides, your angels, your star family, galactic family. They're coming through very strongly for you. They're coming through strongly to let you know that you can heal. Your higher self coming through to let you know, hey, I'm trying to help you heal here. We can do this if you just believe that you can. You have to believe that you can because you are capable of it. You're capable. You can heal and you can let it go. And if you feel like you can't let it go, you feel like you can't, release what it is, ask for help with that. Ask for help from your spirit guides, your angels. Like I said, Archangel Raphael, ask for help. Say, help me see things from a different perspective. What do I need to do? And what perspective can I have to help me heal, to help me feel ready to heal, to help me feel ready to release this? And you will entrust the process, and you will get signs and synchronicities, and you hear things and see things, and things will align just right to help you have a different perspective about it, to change your heart about it. And you finally start feeling like you're ready to let it go. Ready to let it go. This is number 44. Ishtar's Lion Gate, 888. It's abundance. 888 has to do with abundance, and the 44 minimizes to an 8. That's also abundance. And that goes with the Ace of Pentacles here. The universe wants to bring you an abundant life, an abundant existence, an abundance, a prosperous life. Being happy, being exuberance, being energetic, feeling alive within yourself. And the reason why you feel so tired all the time, the reason why you feel so down all the time is because you need to call back parts of yourself. But you are not whole. That's why you don't feel whole, because you aren't. There are parts of you that need to come back to you and to be reintegrated. And be gentle with yourself after the days after you do a soul retrieval, or days and weeks after, because that aspect of you needs to reintegrate back with. So you might feel more delicate, you might feel more emotional. Be gentle with yourself and loving with yourself. And let's read the Ishtar's Lion Gate here. It says your heart has a heightened connections with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance, and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Yes, there is healing for you here. There's healing, there's redemption, there's transformation. Taking your pain and transforming it to something beautiful, something magnificent. Taking that negative, experience, and rising above it, and coming into more, being birthed into a better version of yourself. You know, in spite of it. Okay, let's get some advice from these cards here, and then I'll close the reading. But yeah, I want you to know that you are capable of healing. The healing you have already healed. You have already healed. You are already healed. The future, past, and present, they're all happening at the exact same time. So there is that version of you that's already healed, that's already released, they're already living their best life, already enjoying the abundance that the universe, is giving to them. And sometimes the universe wants to bless us with better, opportunities, better relationships, better experiences, better. But we have these blocks here, these things that repel it, that even when the universe brings it, we won't see the gift that it is, because we have all these blocks, these things that still need to be healed. Let's get advice from these cards. But you are already healed. You say this to yourself every day. Have your positive affirmations. I am already healed. I am healed. I am healed. Let's get 3 of these. Okay. The first one says, free spirit. To be a free spirit is to float without walls, to fly without judgment, and to love without conditions. Yeah, you need to free your spirit. I feel like this strongly. This goes with the soul retrieval. You need to free yourself from the shackles of your difficult experiences, shackles of your wounding, of your trauma, and you have the ability to do so. It's difficult to be free and to float without walls when you're carrying all this baggage. It's difficult. You can't fly. Birds don't fly with their whole house on their back, their nest, carrying their nest with them on their back, because it'll weigh them down. The spirit wants you to be free. Your higher self wants you to be free from this, and in order for you to be free from this, you have to release it. You have the ability to release it. You're strong. Yes, yes, you are. And you can release it, and you can heal from it, and you can move forward from it, and you can even be a better person for it. And this is fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. Yes, hold the vision in your heart of healing, of envision that what you look like and what your life looks like, healed from this trauma. And hold that vision in your heart every time that you sit to meditate. Every time, hold it. What does your life look like when you're fully healed? If you can't see what it looks like for you to no longer feel that pain, or carry that burden, or feel that depression or anxiety or frustration, ask for guidance, ask for help, ask for your higher self from the light within to shine a light on that, to help you, give you a vision, to help you see how much better life can be. And it says wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunity to expand your spiritual light. Yeah, everybody that has given you a difficult experience, difficult situation, has been there. It's an opportunity for you to expand your life. Has been there to help you expand your life, to help you see, beyond, the stories, the belief systems, and you might not like them. You don't have to like them, but you have to love yourself enough to give yourself this gift of healing. It's a gift to yourself. It's a gift to yourself. And it says, surrender at the bottom of the deck here. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. Yeah, so surrender the need for your healing journey to go a certain way. Don't try your best not to try to expect that, okay, I'm gonna start this healing journey by this day, this time, this I should be healed. No, it's like I said before, it's not linear. Healing is not a linear path, and it will go in whatever direction that is meant to go for your highest good. I feel the need to pull one more card. I'll pull one more here. It will go, trust the process. It says dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Yeah, a lot of you, when you go to sleep, you're communing, you're having interactions with your spirit guides, your angels, your team of angels, and ascended masters and teachers that are advising you and helping you and leading you in this earth journey. So trust the process, and pay attention to your dreams too. Pay attention to the inside. And some of you, so you might feel like, oh, I'm not really sure where the wounding is coming from and what the issue is. Your dreams might be an indicator. Your dreams, you might have repeating dreams or dreams that have the same theme, repeating themes. You might wonder, why do I keep having this dream? That's your higher self. That's your subconscious coming through to tell you, hey, there's an area here that we need to heal. There's something here. And if you pay attention to your dreams, sometimes that's your subconscious's way of communicating with you, and you can see which areas, if you look at it as objectively and as lovingly as you can really see which area of your life needs healing, which area of your life um, needs you know um, attention. And you can go online. Sometimes if there's a recurring theme, maybe there's a lion or something that recurs in your dream, you can go online and see what these symbols could mean in your dream, and intuitively you know and ask for guidance from your higher self to and intuitively interpret these dreams. Because if you go online, they might say, oh, if you see a lion in your dream, it means this, but that might not be what it means for you specifically. You have to kind of look at the whole situation and see, what situation in my past or my present is this dream mirroring? What does it resemble? What do the characters, because your subconscious doesn't always, if say if something, let's use for instance an uncle, if something that happened with an uncle that really traumatized you, your your subconscious may not always bring that up because it knows that you're not ready to confront that. So it might come in the form of a bird in your dream that's always bothering you. And you might think, why is this bird always, I have this recurring theme. It's your subconscious trying to let you know, hey, there's something here that we need to deal with. There's something here that we need to confront. And ask for guidance for the revelation of what these dreams mean. And if you need help, Reiki healing, tarot healer, tarot read, whatever it is, whoever that you feel inspired and intuitively led, you know, listen to your intuition. You have that oracle. You are the oracle. You have the oracle of your higher self within you. Your soul's light will guide you to what it is that you need when you need it to heal. Okay, guys. Um, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Take care.